Life was your sentence. You never asked to be born. No one ever does. And yet, one day, without permission, without consent, you woke up in a world already turning, spinning on an ancient axis beneath a burning sky. You were sentenced to feel, to ache, to hunger, to love, and to lose, to hope for things just out of reach, and carry the weight of dreams too big for your hands. Some say life is a gift, but not all gifts are kind. Some are traps in velvet boxes. Some come with barbed wire under the wrapping paper. And so you wandered through this trial called life, trying to make sense of a sentence you never earned. The charge, being born, the punishment, everything. You were told what to believe, who to be, how to behave. You were handed masks, told which ones to wear for which rooms, which lies were acceptable, which truths were dangerous. You learned to smile when you were breaking. You learned to say, "I'm fine," like it was a prayer. You buried yourself beneath layers of should and must and ought to. You forgot who you were. Maybe you never knew. Sometimes the sentence feels longer than it should be. The days bleed into each other like ink on wet paper. You stare out of windows, counting cracks in the walls and seconds in your head, wondering if this is all there is. Was this the plan? Was there a plan? The silence never answered. There were moments. Brief flickers of beauty, a hand held tight in the dark, a laugh that made your ribs ache, the smell of rain on hot pavement, the way the stars looked when you were 12 and still believed they cared. Those moments were cracks in the prison wall, glimpses of something bigger than the sentence. But the walls always grew back, thicker, higher, quieter. You see, life doesn't break you all at once. It chips away, one small disappointment at a time, one betrayal, one goodbye, one more thing you didn't say when you had the chance, and eventually, you forget what freedom was supposed to feel like. What if there was a crime? Not in being born, but in forgetting that you matter. What if the sentence was never life itself, but the cages we built inside it? Fear, shame, guilt. The belief that you don't deserve joy unless you've earned it, and you never think you have. But here's the twist the judge never told you. You weren't sentenced to suffer. You were sentenced to try, to be, to become. The cell was never locked. The key was always in your pocket. Existence isn't a crime, it's an accident of stars and breath and blood. But once you're here, once you're alive, you get to choose what kind of story you leave behind. You can choose to love, to forgive, to rise, even if you fall 100 times, even if you're tired, even if your hands still shake. You can choose to tell the truth, even when it costs you. You can choose to build something, even when the world tells you to tear it all down. And maybe that's the point. Maybe life is a sentence. But the words are yours to write. You are not the scars they gave you. You are not the silence that followed. You are not broken just because you feel broken. You are still here, and that matters more than you know. So take the pen, write the rest, not because you have to, but because you can. Existence was your crime. Life was your sentence. But now, you are the author of your own pardon.